Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa, people making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews, spotlighting local businesses that cover important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World One Development News You Can Use with your host, Mr. Harper and Ms. Damali. Welcome to America, Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, July 24th. 2024, and we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here. Show you guys better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
On today's show, Uganda Missions 2024 has come and gone. Find out some of the most impactful moments. And also, in studio, we're going to have Marty Height to discuss the Tullahassee homecoming happening this weekend. Find out the details.
Yep. We'll also talk about what is still needed and how you can partner to help the vision be fulfilled.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are Vice President Kamala Harris announced she's running for president. What are your thoughts about the move? Let's talk about it. And the global IT outage that happened last week. Why did it happen? And what are your thoughts about that? Also, Sonia Massey's life cut short when she was shot by police for a call that she called for help. Birthdays and more.
Yep. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. Put your seatbelt on, guys. We'll be right back. Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things. One, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development. My job is the World One Development to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development. Profits and return on investment. And I am so excited that I am so
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture. I'm also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I'm also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this show.
Welcome back. Get that job.
Right. I'm so excited today. You guys have no idea. I've been torn between being excited and being sad.
Right.
But I see our Uganda family is on the line, so they're watching the live. So hey, family, I'm not so sad.
Hey, I think it's a long crowd.
Yes.
And we got back at 2:30.
Today.
Yeah, we missed you. We missed you, JJ.
Yes.
What's going on, team?
Did you miss us a little bit, man?
Man, y'all went got a new team. I heard y'all went from a new squad. I ain't messing with y'all.
The solid 17 and
Solid
did.
17.
Yes.
That was the trip.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Totally life-changing. I think this time was a little bit different for me because we took the Juice radio show and we took, some students with us. And just to see how they connected with the kids there and with the culture and the food and just all of that, it just gave me a whole life. It's just amazing.
I got to go huge shout out to Pastor Stephen Perry, Teddy, and the team because JB, when I talk about the welcoming community,
they rolled it out.
You have never been welcomed like you will be welcomed when you go to Uganda.
I gotta ask. Compared to the last trip, was the food? Where was the food at?
Man, the food is solid 24/7.
Yeah, all the time.
The food don't change. That's what they eat every day. So we just be in there. So that was still.
What's your favorite meal now that you're a regular over there now?
Man, let me tell you something. I got down with the full piece of fish.
Man, I was gonna say that. That's my thing.
My hands.
Was it red snapper or was it exotic or was it catfish? What kind of fish was it?
It was pretty exotic. It was fish.
It was fish. Was it white fish?
No.
It was white fish.
Okay.
It was good too, and it didn't taste fishy.
Yeah.
That might be kind of weird to say, but you know how fish can have a fishy taste. I don't really like that, but it was smooth, man. Just slide right off the bone. I enjoyed myself, man. But the fruit is always my hit.
Oh,
yeah.
The pineapple is to die.
I think that's everybody's hit. But the vegetables, man, the potatoes, because here's the ticket. When you get to Kamudi, to the village, they grow all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you see pineapple, you see sugar cane, you see potatoes, you see beans, you see tea, so it's different when you get it straight out the earth.
Yes.
Mother Earth. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I went to Cameroon over the weekend and slid over there and I had some food over in Cameroon. So the cultures are a little different.
Yeah.
Cameroon versus Uganda. It's still two different countries, but in Africa they cook with a lot of peanuts and the taste is acquired once you get used to it. My favorite thing from Africa so far is where they mix the greens and the spinach. And it's kind of it's one of their main dishes at a lot of meals.
Right.
Yeah, we had some greens.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That was good. And they even put like some red berries or something in it. It was really good. Yeah, it was good.
Yes, and of course plantains are always a crowd favorite too with African culture.
Right.
So you guys just.
I feel healthy, man. I'm going to do my doctor's appointment like tomorrow because I feel like I've been the healthiest I've been in 2 years. So I'm gonna go right now.
No jet lag.
You know what? I don't know because we just got back at 2:30, but I'm feeling good right now. Too excited to have anything.
Well, welcome back to Oklahoma. Welcome back to Tulsa.
Tulsa, we missed y'all. We got a loaded show today. We got a couple of live guests that's in the studio with us. We're gonna jump into this
Black History trivia question.
with your thinking caps on.
And remember, no Googling. The game ain't changed just because we just got back from out of town. No Googling. All right. So what is Uganda famous for? Uganda. What is Uganda famous for? That means that y'all might have to. Are they famous for A, jackfruit, B, football or soccer, C, bananas, plantains, or something?
See how you gonna put me on the spot? So check this out. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm gonna take a wild guess on this and say jackfruit. Jackfruit. A. I'm gonna go with A.
JB says A.
Even though I want to go with football.
Patricia says A. With you, JB.
I want to say jackfruit.
Okay. What else? Anybody
Something
else
tells
got something?
me.
What y'all think on the live? Let me do some quick shout outs while people are thinking real quick. Your mama.
Hey, mommy, how are you?
My sister, Lynn.
Hey, Lynn, what's
Bercy,
happening?
down there in Dallas. Welcome to the show, big sis. Miss Ernestine Broom.
Hey, Miss Broom.
Royalty. Miss Patricia Griffin is in.
Hey, Patricia.
Barbara is in.
Hey, Barbara. Yeah.
Where is she now? She was in.
No, she is in. Are you in Iran? Or Iran?
She's in school.
Yeah, she's in school getting her master's degree.
She was a videographer.
Yes.
In 2022.
Yes.
When we went to Uganda.
Yeah.
But now she's getting a master's degree. Oh, she's a bad sister too.
That's what's
She's
up.
a bad sister.
Cold piece of work.
Welcome
Shout
to
out
the
to her.
show.
Where's she in
Welcome to
Iraq
the show.
already?
Let us know about this one. We know it's one. Mom says that's Mom Teresa. Welcome to the show. She's in the building. Franchelle of Dollar.
Hey, Franchelle.
Franchelle, we needed you down there. Now we built
sure
a house.
did.
We built a church.
But
It might
we
be a
need your
couple cracks.
expertise. Yeah.
Have you seen your mom since you've been back?
I have not yet.
Yeah.
I thought we was coming back to some pumpkin bread or something.
No, we ate all that pumpkin bread while we was
Look,
over there. in
Uganda took their bread straight out. They was
Y'all
not
took
playing
bread
around.
to Uganda?
Took it all
Oh
the way
my
to
God.
Uganda, and they were
I
I
waiting
know
for
they
it.
turned it out.
Yeah.
Hey, look, the bread made our luggage overweight, but we'll talk about that
What?
later on.
It did.
Yeah, Vincent, welcome to the show. He said,
It
hey,
don't matter.
woke up to this. Woke up for this. I believe it.
He woke
I
up for this,
believe
yeah.
it. Yep. So, Franchelle said, welcome back. Darren Williams, welcome
Hey,
to the
Darren.
show. LeVar
Yes.
Powell coming in fresh from St. Louis.
Hey, Paul.
Pastor Rodney Gray, he said he woke up.
Hey, Pastor
So
Gray.
he could tune in. Welcome to the show. Maybelle Wallace.
Hey, Miss Maybelle, we missed you.
She's royalty to us. Polo Powell in St. Louis said he's all the way from St. Louis, Missouri, baby. Love y'all. Appreciate you
Yes.
locking in with us. Marvin
Christine.
is in.
Christine is in.
Christine is
From
in.
Uganda, yes.
Lisa Davis Bell.
Hey.
My big sister, Michael Brewer. That's family. Man, it's a lot of people. Cordero. You see that Cordero Booker?
Yes. What's up, bro?
Thank you. Hey, it's many more. I see about 2,000 up in the building, but we do have a load to show. I'm going to come back and do some more shout outs. But right now, we're going to see if we can get this Black History Trivia question.
Okay, now I'm going to say it one more time because ain't
Read it one more
nobody
time.
answered the question now. All right. What is Uganda famous for? Is it A, jackfruit, B, C, bananas or plantain, or D, welcoming people? No.
No, seriously.
No.
Yeah, you gotta give me this. Check this out.
No.
All of the above. Even though that's not easy. I think somebody got to get I know she did. That was the trick.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the jackfruit.
That's A. That's A.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my answer.
Charles is A.
What's y'all answer?
Charles.
Especially all of y'all that done came.
Vincent said all.
Well, here's the ticket. I know it's famous, all of them to me. I just
Well, yeah,
left.
'cause you just
So
left.
you
Yeah.
can't pick to go because when they had the soccer game or football game on Sunday, it's like the entire village and everybody came. But anyway, you'll come back later. We might see y'all some merch. Y'all can get that answer.
I'm looking here. Michael Brewer said A. Music's too loud to hear me.
That's
Music
what I
is too
told him.
loud.
Yeah. So I told him to DJ the show. I said that before we came home. I said, don't bring the music because the DJ be like, it's more about the music.
Yeah.
So yeah, bring the
No,
music down a little
we're
bit.
talking.
We're gonna talk a little bit. Come on, give a shout out to
All
Mario.
right,
I
yeah.
can tell your brain is everywhere.
No, I'm trying to look. Okay, so Michael Brewer says A. Darren says
Stand
D.
by. Give us 30 seconds.
30-second break.
Check 1, 2. Hey, we back.
All right. So we're trying to fix the problem. So y'all tell me what the sound is sounding like now. Should be okay. You should be able to hear me just well, and the music should be in the background. Are we good? You got heart?
I got some heart.
Got some heart, so we got some love.
Let's jump back in with the shout out.
Okay, so Uganda Missions 2024, we finally came up with a name. We were struggling.
We were struggling for a couple of days.
Struggle.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
so we want to give call them by name just because we want you guys to know who they are. So Rodney Gray, he was our fearless leader from New Hope Church. We had Vincent Carson, who was also from New Hope Church, and both of them are on the live right now, so give them a huge shout out. We had Charles Harper and Damali Wilson, from World One Development. We had Gresha Lewis. She's from Alabama, and she was part of the original Magnificent Seven that went with us in 2022.
Yep.
We have Alyssa Bell. She is actually on the line right now with James Inc.
And she is the one that actually came up with the Solid 17.
She did.
She was in the spiritual realm. I'm like, Lisa, come down.
Yes.
And she came down from the spiritual realm and cleaned out and cleared out the clouds.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I said new. It's new life, not new hope. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Dr. Gray, for correcting me on that. New life. I said new hope. And then so Alyssa Bell brought with her Yashika Armstrong, Leanna Lynch, Bryce Stevens, and Ayan Watson.
Yes.
So that was her crew. And then Pastor Vernell Bell was with us. Our District 1 City Councilwoman Vanessa Hall Harper went. Minister Darren Williams, he's also on. He was with us. And he is also an educator at McLean High School.
Yep.
Zamaria Watkins, she just graduated from McLean High School. Trey Eaton from the Juice radio show, along with Tiller Watson and Ambernay Wimberly, were all with us. So
and they are part of the Juice radio show that's every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM.
So that was our Solid 17. And I will say this, that, we try to let everybody know that, yes, you all look at it, or some of you might look at it as a vacation. It absolutely was not a vacation for us. It was actually missions. It was actually going to bless somebody else and to do work with other folks, right? And one of the things that we did, and I want to commend Pastor Rodney Gray for doing this with us, is we did a devotional every single morning. So it was a moment to reflect on what happened the day before, and then we had some Bible scriptures that we had to read, and we had to interpret and give our opinion based on us being there in Uganda, what that meant to us.
Right, and I also would say it was a little bit like a vacation to me. You know what I'm talking about? 'Cause
I
had
don't
my
think you can say it was
pineapples,
much like a
watermelon.
vacation, though,
It
because
wasn't.
you guys were in the air 4 days.
Yeah.
And then the days you were there, you had to be
Pedal on the
boots
metal.
on the
You know what?
ground,
I agree with you, JB.
knocking it out.
I agree with you, Damali, but y'all can't tell my story. For me, I was thinking about the pineapples, and I was thinking about the
you're right about
tomatoes.
that.
I was thinking about the ambiance of just being in Uganda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it being the pearl of Africa. And I'm telling y'all, with my excitement, it's like a vacation, but we're coming together as a family, even though we're working.
Right.
Just because I'm working don't mean I'm not having fun. So when
No,
I go over there,
I didn't say nothing about
no,
we
I'm
weren't
just telling
having
my
fun.
story. Just
Yeah.
let me tell my story my
Yeah.
way. That's what I love about KBOB and Uncle Bobby. You got your story, JB got his story, and I got my story.
Yes.
So for me, I just look so forward because we do a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we're at Oasis and hosting stuff, and that feels like work is a heavy lift. But when you're in the motherland, it does something different to you. You know what I mean? When it hits you, you see Queen Rachel, you see the other crew, it goes down a different kind of way. So it's a little bit of both for me. That's just how I feel about it.
Okay. And I concur with everything you said. I agree with that. But I think that sometimes the perception is that we out there just be kicking it, and that's not really so. I mean, we are actually doing more work. But it was a blessing to be there. It was a blessing to partake in everything, that we saw, we heard, we tasted, we could smell. I mean, just all of it was just, music to your ears, and just the way the reception. You guys will notice that we have on these beautiful shirts.
What's up with the shirts?
They stand for Youth for Charity Missions. Youthicom is what they call themselves for short.
Yeah.
So that's the organization that we went to go help and to
Right.
minister with, and to over these last few days that we were in Africa. And so they gave us these shirts, and we told them we were going to wear them
And we got
on
them
our
on.
show, and so we got them on. But yeah, I think just being there, and so those devotionals, I will say, you guys got to see a couple of the devotionals that we did. Some of them we chose not to record because they were just really
Went
raw,
pretty deep. Yeah.
and they were really deep, and people were so transparent with their thoughts, and so some stuff you just need to keep private. That's what my uncle said before he passed away.
Quick shout out to Keon Johnson with Yak Nation. He said, "Yo, I'm all the way from Oklahoma City. Don't leave me out." And also Eli Grayson.
Hey, brother.
Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Appreciate you.
Silver is on from
Silver's
Uganda,
on.
and he said the Solid 17, you did great. He said, here in Uganda, we thank each and every one who donated towards the community. May God Almighty continue blessing the works of your hands.
There
Thank
you
you,
have it.
Silver. We really appreciate that.
Just like that. Let me tell you something, Damali. What do you do when 1,000 youth show up and pull up on you?
You just have a good time and you dance. Hey, yes,
Hey,
you
let me tell you
dance.
something, JB Smooth. The kids showed up on Youth Day.
Yes.
Man, it was like over 1,000 kids came out, man, and we was turned up. If y'all didn't get to see none of this, just go to World One Development, which is this. Go to the live things. Uncle Bobby was cheering us on the whole time. Shout out to Uncle Bobby. He let us borrow the juice for those 7 days.
Now, how was that? The juice was taking them.
Yeah.
They was doing so good, JB Smooth. I can tell you right now because the youngsters, one, they add a lot of energy.
Yes.
And they add another element, another level of creativeness.
Yes.
So the kids were just hanging. They over there doing TikTok and all that kind of stuff that going on. So we was on.
So, and the thing about it is, it's a lot of energy when the juice wore out.
Yeah.
The juice was like, oh man, we need to go lay down. And I was like, y'all tired?
Yeah, we was trying to get them up for a 3 a.m. broadcast, and they wasn't having it. They was like, we got to get up at 6.
Yes, this is the thing. If you knew how our days went while we were on the ground, 3 a.m. is not an option.
Yeah.
Don't even think about asking because it's not an option. It's like...
And I'm going to say this, too. If you have never been to Africa, you must go to Africa. Stop letting the news scare you because people are like, man, I can't go there. Level red, orange is not none of that. We getting ready to go. People texting me saying, Charles, I need proof of life.
Yeah.
I was like, what are y'all talking about? It's no different than when they leave Africa and come here, except here we deal with the hustle, the bustle, the stress. It's a lot of stuff that as soon as you hit Uganda, all that stuff go away.
You know what? That was the biggest thing for me. It's like we were totally disconnected. You know, I mean, now we did watch the news because we knew about, President Biden, dropping out of the race. And, like we knew about those things. But just the regular hustle and bustle of everyday life and even getting on the internet. We had internet available to us. You guys know that because you saw all the videos that we were able to post. Trust me, we still got a lot more that we weren't able to post because, the internet connection was slow.
Now, did y'all have to do some special stuff when you went over there for your internet to work on your phones, or did they work normal?
No. We had to, before we left, we had to prepare and we had to get an international plan and all that. So we had to do those things, and then it was 5G for a certain amount of time, and then it dropped down to 3G, and then it dropped down to good luck for you.
Let me ask you this, JB. How was it for you to do the live show with us over there?
It was about at times it was a 5 to 7 second delay that you guys it would take our audio to get to you. Right. But when it wasn't a delay, it was like we were in the same room. So it was really cool to have access to that technology, thanks to the software we use to be able to do that and have a crystal clear HD quality audio and video to be able to do that. That was really fun. I felt like you guys were still in the room with me at times.
That's good stuff. Damali, did we give a shout out to Christine?
Yes, we did.
Man, that's my partner right here in America.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so one of the other things that I want to let everyone know, and if you, like I said, if Charles has said, if you go back and look at all the videos, and I know there are a lot, so, just kind of pace yourself, but I think that they're all worth looking at and all worth watching, just because we were able to do so many different things. So one of the things that we talk about is building a bridge between Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Kamuli, Uganda.
Right.
And one of the ways that we were able to do that is we actually had a meeting with political leaders.
Yes.
And the mayor's office and people from all of the surrounding villages that actually came together, and we were able to have like a table talk or a town hall.
The parliament.
And so they were able to ask questions of District 1 City Councilwoman Vanessa Hall Harper. She was able to shed a lot of light about, and we found out in that meeting that Uganda and Tulsa are not so different.
Right. I know.
A lot of times you think because they're on the continent, everything works totally different. Some of the same principles and some of the same challenges that they face are some of the same challenges that we face, and some of them we've overcome.
Right.
So they're trying to get information from us about how they, as a culture, can get over some of the same challenges that we've already surpassed. So it was really great to be in there. Like, they knew who we were. They had done their research and they were like up on it, and so they were asking questions, about just how we move and how we shake. The biggest thing that I thought was really impressive was the women. The women were very impressed about the way Vanessa and I carried ourselves, because in their country, it is mostly a male-dominated structure.
Right.
That's how they live.
They don't know y'all too well.
Right. And so they were just like, how do we have the strength to stand up here and say this or do this? We need to talk about that.
But they were so well in how they articulated what was going on. So you got to think. I would say the room was probably 80% men.
Yes.
80 to 85.
I would say
women.
that's fair.
So to speak with that much force and be that articulate and intelligent, but still loving and kind and cool, if that makes sense.
I think that's a perfect
Yeah.
segue to say things are about to change. Maybe
Yeah.
we may have a female president coming.
It's a lot going on.
And then on the flip hand, you know, a lot going on with you guys not being here.
But here's the ticket. A lot of
know?
times you got to think when 17 people from the United States go into Africa and they our color, that's different. That hits totally different because they were like, we don't really see.
Yeah, but
y'all
I
come.
definitely understand
It
to
hits
see
different.
women in power, like you know.
Yeah, you don't see that a whole lot. But
Women run the world over here in America. I think
You think so?
right now,
I would say
girls
we
run
do
the
our
world.
fair-
That
we do our
Beyonce
fair-
song
yeah.
is really true.
We
Like,
do our fair share. I would agree with that.
it's a woman's world right now.
It's the real deal, Holyfield. But we'll get into that
yeah,
later.
yeah,
That's
we
for
will.
sure. But I just want to, as we switch gears, just to say to the team, man, I'm just overly from top to bottom, just appreciative. I'm humbled. I feel like I got some new family members. Quick shout out to Gordon. Welcome to the show. Paul Walker Jr. Welcome to the show. Minister Angela Hall. Welcome to the
Angela.
show. Ayani.
Ayan.
She is in. You said Ayan.
Ayan.
Yeah, Ayan. Welcome to the show. She's absolutely amazing. It's a lot of people. Man, we got like 2,000 people on here. It's a lot on here. So,
want to also say too that one of the things that we were able to do is we were able to make a difference with youth.
yeah.
And so the Juice and myself were able to go over to 2 different schools, and we
Right.
participated with school rallies. And if you go back and look at the videos, they're like one of the schools that we went to. I asked them what their enrollment was, just out of curiosity. Their enrollment, they have 739 kids in their school. I'm like, OMG.
That's what. Then they also paint.
Yes,
It sounds
so
like
we
they
painted.
said y'all was painting and they was singing. They was cheering.
Yes,
paint the whole
they
school.
were. They
That was
were.
good.
Yes, so they were having some renovations done at their school, and so Tiller and Bryce and Trey actually got out there and painted. And I think one of the girls did too. So it might have been Amber Nay.
JB, check this. Check this out, man. We got there, and you be saying you want to go on mission trip, but you don't know until you know. So we went to the church, and we walked in, and everybody I would say was still pretty dressed, pretty nice. We rolled into the church, and the whole floor is dirt. And they got piles of just like dirt, and they got water, and they said we got to turn this floor into concrete cement, the whole floor. So it was hard labor. It wasn't like we was thinking we was painting at the church.
Yeah.
We didn't paint. And so I got to give a huge shout out to everybody. Mom, which is Lisa mom. I know I just call her mom the whole time. And
Leanne.
councilwoman and all of them. When I say they rolled up their sleeves and got busy, JB Smooth.
Like we worked.
The next day the concrete floor was done.
And
You
then
see the
we
pictures.
also built a house.
So that concrete floor is made out of concrete
cement,
They bring that in.
sand,
Where do
and-
they get that from? They have plants over there.
So no, there's places where you can get cement. I mean, a lot of their structures, they utilize cement to, make the brick structures that they have. But that's why we sent money over early. That's why we were soliciting for the donations and all of that. So we sent the money over ahead of time,
Yeah.
so
To
they
get
can
the
get the
supplies and
materials and stuff, so they could have it there on site. And they were already starting the construction process before we got there, so we can just help with it.
So the economy is not too far off from other places such as America or other countries where they do have,
No,
It's a lot of infrastructure that's needed.
infrastructure.
It's a lot of infrastructure and
That's
systems
needed,
and
yeah.
stuff like that that's needed. But another thing is we participated in the economics. Man, we were shopping. So we went
Yeah.
to Ginger. If
Yeah.
you look at the live video, so we spent some money.
Yeah.
Ginger, what's that?
Ginger.
It's a city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went over there and we did some shopping and that was good. Then we went to the zoo. Now, Tulsa Zoo animals be on the diet. I must admit, they're on the diet and they have something else. Have you been to the Tulsa Zoo lately?
No, not lately.
JB,
but
have
I
you ever been to the Tulsa
Haven't
Zoo?
been lately.
Yeah.
These animals are animaling. I mean, I don't even know if that's a word.
It's not.
The
but
lions
okay.
are roaring. The hyenas.
The lions and the hyenas was about to go at it. If that fence wasn't between them, it would have been on and popping.
it's we represent over here like,
Yeah.
and the spiders as big as your head, JB Smooth.
Oh,
And
it's a
he's not
bunch of
lying.
them.
It's not a game.
no, can't
I saw
do
them
that.
and I got arachnophobia. Listen.
You look
I'm not even
up
doing
and
that.
it's
No
thousands.
spiders, no snakes.
Yeah, and they be like, man, the spiders are nice unless you
Zamaria
aggravate.
helped paint, Darren said. That's right. You're so right.
Zamaria
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we had a blast. I'm telling you guys, we had such a great time. There were so many discoveries that each one of the 17 of us discovered about ourselves just from this experience. So I would say, as Charles already said, if you get an opportunity to go and be a missionary, to do mission work, please take that opportunity, because it's more than just going to do the work. It's more than just thinking you're on vacation. There should be a lot more the spiritual side to it. And so we had a great time. We totally did. Oh, Alyssa said, don't forget about the monkeys.
Oh, my God. Yeah, monkeys everywhere.
Yes.
We saw
Now,
a rhino.
The zoo that over there, the animals are in cages.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well,
Okay.
some of them are, because the monkeys were just kind of free. They were just kind of roaming around, and, you're like, hey.
I think they're like natural animals, natural people. I mean, just like humans over
They
there.
just running around. Doing
Now,
what
they didn't
do.
want you to come mess with them.
Yeah.
Now, if you walk toward them, they're like, oh, no, we ain't fooling with y'all today.
Take off
And
running.
they take off.
No, how come I seen a bird taller than me? It's not like I'm 6'6".
It was a crane.
But the bird had a big beak, and it looked like somebody's uncle.
So listen, the funny thing was, he was kind of sitting. I said, Charles, look at the bird. And he's like, oh yeah, he's pretty big. But then that sucker stood up.
I got back on the bus.
Charles
I got
like,
back on the
"Whoa."
bus. JB like somebody's uncle with a jacket
My
on.
big Shug.
Man,
Big
this
Shug
big
got scared
bird.
off by the bird.
He was like,
JB, this bird could look you in your face,
Yeah.
and it walk with all
Charles was
confidence.
like, oh no.
It didn't lack confidence, and I'm like, man, this bird looks like my uncle. I was like, Uncle Bird, what you need from me?
He was like, well, can I help you, young man?
Right, yeah.
Beak long like he can eat you, and
Yes.
then like he can grab you and take off flying.
Man.
What you call them things? A pterodactyl? Hey, I want to do this before we switch gears. One, I got to give a huge shout out to Uncle Joseph. Because as we wrapped up everything, we went over to Pastor Stephen Caperi's uncle, and he laid out a spread for us. We was able to hang out and enjoy ourselves. So I definitely want to send him some love. And he told each and every one of us, anytime you're in Uganda, come see me.
Yes.
I got what you need. But Damali, let's get them, because we got a lot of people on. I just want them to follow Pastor Stephen Caperi so we can take a break and get on to the next topic.
So in order to follow Pastor Stephen Caperi, you can actually look up his name. He's on Facebook, and it's Stephen, Stephen Caperi, Kapere. You can also go to Youth for Charity Missions. And on their Facebook page, and you can follow them there. And you can look them up on Instagram as well. They are doing some phenomenal work. And the one thing that we can say is we can co-sign for them. We've been there. We've seen the work. We've sent money over. We know that they are a great place to sow seed. So, but for those of you who are in the United States, if you want to make a donation, send it to world1development.com/Uganda-missions. We are a not-for-profit organization. We will make sure that we get you a donation receipt for your taxes.
Right.
But we want to make sure that we're continuing to sow seed. So this is not a one and done. There's a lot of needs. And we'll be talking about some of those a little bit later. But, there's a lot of needs in that community. And we want to be able to just help them because we want them to become a city. That's their goal. That's their mission. And they on their way.
Just like that, y'all. We're going to take a real quick break because coming up, I heard President Joe Biden has stepped
That's a rumor has it.
Now, the sister done stepped up. We're going to talk about that in our next segment right here on World One Development News you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. We will be right back for more news you can use.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yeah.
So we actually have two special guests in studio. They're going to be talking about something that's going to be happening a little bit later in the show. But we want to go ahead and bring them on so they can be a part of the conversation as we continue to wrap up the show.
Right.
So one, we have Mr. Marty Height.
Yes.
He's on the show now. So we got history. You guys know that EduRec is one of our programs that we have, and Mr. Marty was one of the coaches way back in the day.
Way
We
back,
had
way
the
back.
Lady Legends, basketball team. Yeah.
Marty said, I forgot about
Yes, good to see you.
Oh, glad
Yeah.
you have me.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's let JB put the camera on him so they know, because they don't think you Marty. Hello, Marty.
I'm not Marty. No,
Marty
that's Marty.
is in the building. And then we switched over to the ballers.
Yeah.
With my daughter,
Yeah.
Matt, and his daughter. And man, it seemed like we hung together for about 50 years.
Right.
Man.
Like they
Yes.
played ball forever. How
Long
Jada
time.
doing, man?
She's doing great. She's
Yeah.
doing good. Senior at Jackson State this year.
Yes.
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 Senior.
Probably both.
Yeah.
But for people that don't know for whatever reason, just tell them a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do, just that kind of thing.
Okay, well, my name is Marty Heitch, but real government name is Larry Heitch Jr. Everyone knows me, Marty.
Larry,
In
I
the
didn't know that.
I didn't know that you just said
basketball
it.
community.
Yeah.
Right.
My close friends are going to call me Marty. Grew up in Muskogee, Oklahoma,
Okay.
via Tullahassee, Oklahoma. Went to my early formative years there. Moved over to Muskogee. Later on, went to college. Got a job at Ford Motor Company as a machinist. Worked from a glass handler all the way to a machinist.
Okay.
Yes.
When the car started rolling over in 2004, switched over to trying to go to medical school.
Oh.
So got accepted to PA school and been a PA for the last 15 years.
Okay.
Just like that, man. That's a career.
real.
We got,
You
go ahead.
always got to reinvent yourself.
So you're a rougher?
Yes.
Muskogee
Okay.
rougher.
Proud
Go
rough.
ahead. Okay.
Class of 93.
Okay.
That's a
There you have
93.
Now.
Yeah.
Didn't the Ruffles win like championship or something? What they do this year?
Yes, they're the state champ last year.
Okay.
Golly.
Okay.
Come on,
Okay.
Ruffles. Shout out to them. I know JB went to Muskogee. He happy now. Look, he
Yeah.
got somebody.
Yeah.
He
Somebody
winking
on
now.
his squad.
He smiling. He flexing.
Oh,
He
okay.
I know, right?
JB, they didn't believe us. We
They
used to
didn't
be a
believe
dominant program.
Very dominant.
Okay.
Hey, we got another special guest that's gonna jump in
We
with
do.
us as well.
So we have Miss Shalon Youngblood, who is actually in studio. My
Yes.
sister. We hang out all the time at different community events. She's very strong. Welcome, Shalon. Welcome to the show. People know who you are, what you do, and
Just a little
we'll
something,
talk
something.
just a little something about yourself.
Well, thank you for having me. I would say I am just a community activist, very involved in all things community, and that is what I'm about, and that's what I'm for. Family and community.
Yes.
Just like that. Pastor Keith did jump on. He said, looking nice.
Oh,
Talking about the
okay.
youth
Yeah, he
back
liked the
in
shirt. He
studio.
liked the
Well
shirt.
done, he did. Love you, man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to jump into something that the world is talking about. Not just us.
So we're gonna do hot topics and then
No, we're going to talk about the Kamala and Trump is in.
the hot topic.
Well, let's get, what were you going to get to? Come on, I'm
hot
with you.
topics.
Okay.
That's where we're going.
Well, let's run it down.
Oh, we here. We here.
here.
That's what I thought we said before we went on break. So let's go.
Yes, hot topics. So we need to.
We doing hot topics?
Yeah. Now he over here laughing. He ain't ready.
I had no clue we were doing hot topics this early.
All new KBOB 89.9 FM, right on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
We gonna get it together, y'all.
That's like, who runs the world? Keeping us on track. We just excited. We just
Absolutely.
got back from the motherland.
Like literally.
So I'm still on the cloud.
2:30 this morning.
My feet haven't touched the ground yet.
Yeah.
Glad to be back in Tulsa. We did miss y'all. So let's get this thing started to hot topics.
All right, y'all. So you know that the hottest topic going around right now in the United States is this presidential election that's coming up.
Yes.
You know, it's been a lot of crazy stuff happening. You know, the assassination attempt on former President Trump.
Right.
Then we had the debate that took place that was, a debacle on President Biden's side.
Fumble.
And it's just been crazy stuff just going back and forth. Well, we were actually in Uganda and actually heard the news on CNN over there. So let me tell y'all something. World news is watching the United States. Don't even get it twisted to think they're not. And so that was all over the news that Biden, dropped out of the race and that he endorsed Kamala Harris.
What is their opinion over there of the United States?
We're a little laughable right now, to be honest.
Do they?
Yeah, we're kind of a joke.
You run into people everywhere. And what's crazy is when you travel, be on top of politics just a little bit. So they hold you responsible for what's
It's like, hey,
they're like, what did you do with President Trump? You're like, hey, I didn't really go with President Trump. But I'm just saying it's different in America.
Right.
We don't have to be like that.
Right.
He's not like our dictator, nothing like that. But when you travel, all our policies, all the different things that we do, all the border, the immigration stuff, they hold you responsible when you travel. And it's kind of weird how that happens. So you don't want to just be like oblivious to what's going on. I'll just say that.
Exactly. And yeah, so that was a huge thing, and it was all over the news, and so there's a lot of mixed emotions about Vice President Kamala Harris, being on the presidential ticket. But I will say this: now she came in strong. Sister came in strong. From what I understand, in the first 24 hours after her announcing, she came in with $81 million in donations.
Let me just pull it. Can I just pull it back like this so I can pass it to our guest? So bottom line is this. Vice President Kamala Harris announced she was running for president. Shalon, what you got? What was your response? What was your immediate response to that when you heard that news?
I mean, I'm all for it. I believe it's a better choice than Biden. She made historic donations, and I think that momentum came from so many people are anti-Trump. They were anti-Biden, and really, it was like 62% were first-time donors. She's already beaten Trump in the demographic of 18 to 29, so I absolutely believe that she's going to be president. One thing I wanted to say is to our people, our community, please stop sharing memes and posts, headlines and things like that. Research for yourself. Don't perish for a lack of knowledge. The things that they're saying about her have more context. About her putting people in jail.
Right.
She was top cop. Go a little further. You're literally repeating white supremacy talking points and making them our own. So, but I'm all for it. I'm voting for her. Go Kamala.
Yeah.
Just like that. Marty, what you think about it?
To echo what Shalon is saying, I'm all for it as well.
Right.
I think if they do their work and their homework, you'll find out that Kamala is a whole lot more about doing things the right way politically and what have you. Her political agenda is excellent if you really go look at it in detail.
Right.
And it's something that the country and it would behoove us to learn more about her.
Right. I think that, and one of the things, there was,
Hold on real quick. Some people say, can the mic be turned up and the background music turned down a little bit?
Y'all want to produce the show? Thank you.
Hey, don't hate on it's our live.
Yeah,
Don't
they're
do that.
trying to
Don't do
listen.
that part.
It's not. I'm not hating. It's not. It may be another issue.
it's got to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's barely up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for
We'll just-
producing the show, guys.
Just bring it down for a second.
Important topics.
Yeah, this is important. They want to hear this.
We'll shut the music
There it
off
goes.
for a little bit, then
Yeah.
we'll just jump into it. That way we
Yes.
can do that. All right, Damali. So, what was your immediate thought, Damali?
So my immediate thought is that we do need someone. I think that her hands have been tied as vice president, in my opinion. I feel like that she has not been able to get out there the way most vice presidents have.
Right.
They've kind of kept her on the back burner. But I do believe that she has, she would not have risen to this point had she not done what she needed to do in the political space to make some noise.
Right.
And so I think that, like Shalon is saying and like Marty is saying, go do your homework. And that's the thing that we encourage everybody when we are on this show. We tell our story our way, but we also encourage you to get educated.
Right.
Don't just believe the hype. There are narratives that are purposely being, pushed out there for us to believe and for us to go along with because we seem to be followers instead of researchers.
Right.
Like the old saying says, if you want to hide something from people of color, put it in a book. We need to change that narrative. Go do the research for yourself. Find out what her agenda is and how she would make the country a better place. Maybe she is not for you, but if you don't know, then how can you vote?
Nor from doing your homework. And I'll say, too, the one thing about our show, World One Development News, you can use is just that we want to inform you.
Right.
We want to give you information. You can make your own decision.
Correct.
So it's not a show where we're telling you who to vote for,
Right.
but it's the same thing we're saying, go do your research and your homework for yourself. I'm going to tell you what I'm excited about is I felt like our country was just looking crazy. I'm like, are we smarter than a fifth grader?
Right.
It's how I was feeling like a few weeks ago after the debate. And I'm
I know
like, man,
that
is there
debate was
anybody?
trash.
Marty, come on in.
Yes, I was going to add with Kamala. I feel like she's at a position where she will surround herself around people that are going to give her great input, and she's going to make an informed decision.
Yes.
When I think about former President Trump, he trusts his gut.
That's kind of scary.
That's scary
Yeah.
in its own right when you have, 300 million people in
Yeah.
the United States, and we got one man who wants to trust his gut.
Right.
Make a personal call to Putin,
Yeah.
things of that nature, and then you see things happening in the world, and you wonder what happened.
So it
Right.
seems more like a dictatorship.
Yeah.
There you go.
Versus what we're supposed to have, and I feel like
democracy.
a democracy, because it seemed to me, it seemed like we end up like more divided. What I've been waiting on is somebody that's going to be the president for all,
Yes.
regardless of whether you agree or disagree. But they really just want a better America for everyone.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Shalon, you want to jump back in for a second? What are your thoughts in terms of how you feel now with her coming in? Because to me, I felt like the climate was just off.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I think that's where the energy is coming from. And I believe that, again, we're regurgitating white supremacy talking points.
Right.
They know a lot of us only care whether or not she's black or not. So they're putting that narrative out there. She's not really black. She's not this. It really doesn't matter. The statistics say that the majority of the United States population is going to be multiracial anyway.
That's right.
So why are we so focused on race? You really should look at the person that's majority doing the things that affect you. Head Start, unions,
Yeah.
Pell Grants, Medicare, Medicaid. The majority of the population benefits from these programs. So I just think that people should vote what's in the best interest of all, and not just financially their pocketbooks. Morally matters.
Yes.
So I'm not for Trump, never will be. I'm anti-Trump and anybody that votes for him.
So you said
Yeah.
morals.
Yeah.
Morals
And
matter.
It do matter.
Yeah,
when you
they
lead,
do
Morals
matter.
matter.
You lead
Absolutely.
the country, and it's kind of tough. Real quick, Mr. AJ Johnson out
Hey,
the
AJ.
J-Bone Lounge down there in Jacksonville, Arkansas, said she raised $1.3 million from males and females on a Zoom call in one day.
I
Come
think it was
on.
1.5 billion.
Right.
So that's the hashtags are amazing. Win with black women, win with black men, win with Asian women.
Yes.
I mean, all of this momentum she's getting from so many different demographics is it's great.
Yeah.
You guys don't think she hit the jackpot?
What you mean?
Like, kind of fell into the position.
No, she been
I
the
don't
vice
think
president.
yeah.
She been in the realm, so it's not. I wouldn't call it a jackpot. A jackpot is just you won some money and you are gonna lose 50% of it to taxes. But I think that
No.
I think
Not like the lottery. Like,
that's the same thing as
Like
a
she got
jackpot.
it. Yeah.
you know, like some people feel like, oh, she just kind of fell into the
No,
position.
you don't fall into that. She's the vice
No,
president
you
of the
gotta-
United
yeah.
States of America for the last 4 years. That's
Yeah.
when you were sitting at home. Go ahead.
I
Siobhan.
saw a post about someone saying, what if this was Biden's plan all along? Because he helped her overcome all the negativity that she would have had to deal with in trying to get the nomination. Like, what
Right.
if that was his plan all along? He supported Obama, and perhaps he was looking at that. I'm not sure, maybe the people around him, but if that was the plan, I think, so far, I think it's great.
I don't think it could have been a plan because being the president is something different. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I think that if he was stronger in his body, because I felt like he would have been the president again for a second term because it's difficult, you know.
It could have been
to
the
be
plan.
unseated.
Gerald Ford predicted it back in 1989 in front of about 100 students that this would actually happen. But he goes on to say a president would die also.
Right. But I'll say this. I believe they probably been knowing for a while for this term that she may have been running because of his sickness and all of that. And I think that they've been doing some homework behind the scene
Well, you know, and
for whatever amount of time before they announced it. Because
Right.
I'm sure, because, man, United States is kind of a racist country, United States. So
You can take the kind off.
Yeah. I'm just trying to leave it in between because some people don't think that, so we got to leave room at the table for everybody. But what I'm saying is, with the United States being that way, you have to do things a certain kind of way. There's just no way really around that. And I think that he knew and his team knew they was going to have to make this move, but how was they going to do it? So I'm sure phone calls was made to major donors. Okay, well, if I step down and she step up, will you support? If you that way, when it's announced, you come in with the $53 million.
Yeah.
You don't come in with like, what? Y'all didn't tell us what's going. I think that's what's been happening behind the
Well,
scenes.
and that always has to happen.
And it
I mean,
should.
no matter what, that always is going to happen. And these politicians are groomed from get-go. I mean,
Right.
we see it in our local government. So it's like that on the national level, on the federal level, where we groom up, hey, you start out working on this particular board, and then we're going to promote you to here, and we're going to put you to here because the ultimate goal is we want you to be the mayor of the city. That's how it goes. They groom you for, whatever the ultimate goal is. So I'm sure she's been, they've been grooming her for this day. The other thing that I will say, it's time for a woman president. It's time. We couldn't get there with Hillary. But it's time. It's time for us to make that shift and go from it being, a male-dominated country to, having a female in power. Not saying that that's going to be the golden ticket to everything, but I think a lot of times it's perspective. And we've been up under that male perspective. Everything is male-dominated.
Well, the ticket is, too, you have to think for the last 4 years, we were one event from her being president because she was the vice president. If anything happened to Biden,
Absolutely.
she was. So she's
was
been
in
the second
charge,
chair.
Commander-in-Chief.
The co-pilot the whole time.
And didn't she try to run before?
She did
She
try to
did.
run
She
before.
did.
She did
She
try to
did.
run before. Yes,
Correct.
you're absolutely correct.
Yes. She
Yeah.
couldn't cinch it then.
Yeah.
But yes.
Let's go to the live. We got a
timing
couple
is
questions
everything.
on. I'll do the first one. Teresa Elliott said, it's big energy now. Even millennials and Gen Z is waking up, which is a big thing. Then
Yeah.
Lisa said something. Did you say it on the Damali?
Where are you?
Damali done put them
Okay,
glasses on
yeah,
now.
I got to put my glasses on so I can read this stuff, honey.
see Alyssa?
Okay. So, Alyssa says, death can come at any time. So when he chose him as his running mate 4 years ago, he endorsed her, and felt she could do or serve as president. AJ says, I feel that ex-President Obama is going to endorse her at the convention, probably. And Teresa says, America is racist. You still have a Republican speaker saying civil war if Trump don't win.
Right.
Why it's unnecessary. Take that L and move on.
That's what I'm saying. The issue is when you look at one side, we talk civil war, then the insurrection happening. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not the America we want to be.
We want to live in.
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying. All I've been looking for, who is a person that will bring us together
Correct.
and not separate us, because
Right.
we don't need to go back,
Yeah.
to all of that. What you think about it, Marty? They said it's about time for a woman to be president. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it is. Personally, I don't have a dog in the fight with that.
Right.
I'm looking at the agendas and what the person represents. I care less if it's male or female.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the main thing with me.
Right.
So is it time for one? If she's the best candidate, absolutely.
Good point.
Let me tell you what I'm
And
waiting
I think
for.
she's the best candidate.
What do you think about Trump? He was pushing debate. I haven't heard him say debate since.
I think he's scared.
No, he's scared.
I think he is scared of the energy, the young folks, how many people relate to her. He knew what his demographic was.
Right.
Rural, older, less educated, or outright racist. And there's more of who support her than supports him. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, and that's the big energy
Yeah.
that they're talking about
Yeah.
on the live. And typically, we decide who's going to be president.
Yeah.
It's almost even
Yeah.
on that side, and the way we come in is really determines who becomes president.
Well, it's really disheartening to me that we're getting to hear all of these smear campaigns. The
Yeah.
one thing that I hate about elections, is all of the negativity. I absolutely hate it. But I will tell you guys this, that as I was doing my research, found out that Kamala has actually raised $126 million in 48 hours. She raised that. And that was more than Trump did for the entire month of July. He raised $112 million. So she did $126 million in 48 hours.
So what did that say, Shalon?
I mean, again, people care about what she's talking about. And one thing I wanted to point out is that, especially with the video being released for Sonya Massey,
Yeah.
Trump wants unlimited immunity for police officers. Kamala co-authored the George Floyd Crime Act bill with limited immunity. So when people are talking about she's top cop, she put people in jail, pay attention to what's currently happening and what she plans to do.
Yeah.
That is something that plagues our community. We've talked about excessive policing, and she has a plan to address it. Trump just wants everyone to shut up and let the police
do what they want.
arbitrarily
Run
do what they want to
Yeah.
do. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if that's the case, that's not going to work for a lot of people.
Right.
Not going to work for a lot of people. All right, so let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk about this global IT outage.
I know. While we was gone, we thought y'all had all was going to perish like
Oh,
our
my
people.
people. Yeah,
Don't do
what
my
happened?
people.
Right.
What is going on? What went on with you, Marty, with that? Were you in a situation where it really affected you and what you did every day?
I was working, so I'm on the. I worked 12 hours in the hospital overnight, so
Right.
it
Right.
affected a little bit with the internet outage for
Right.
just a little bit. But our backup systems kicked in, and it was all good.
Yeah.
So about 4:30 in the morning, I figured it out when I was trying to dictate some patient charts, and I'm like, "What's going on?
What is happening?
Yes.
Why can't I? Yeah. So
Yes.
we were actually already in Uganda, and we heard about it. And so my mom was saying, she kind of sent me a message and was like, hey, this is going on. I hope that you guys are going to be able to fly out. And I'm like, hold on, what you talking about?
We can't
What you
fly
mean
out.
fly? What you talking about? But so let me tell you guys what happened. So Microsoft estimates that 8.5 million computers globally were affected by a CrowdStrike glitch. That's almost
Wow.
a tongue twister. It said this is the first time the company has ever put a figure on the scale of the outage and suggests it could be the worst cyber event ever in history.
That is great. I'm going to tell you what I did. I started to panic. I said, oh, wait a minute. I'm going to call DJ JB Smooth. He was already on it. JB said, I got y'all. I got y'all flights booked. I got everything situated. I'm right here. The radio. Got the radio. Y'all going to
We got
KB.
the Navy SEAL team
so
coming to get y'all. Don't even worry.
JB said he had everything covered. He said, they all coming. So I said, I'm cool from then on. And we back.
Yeah.
Because we passed a lot of people that were unable to go. People sleeping in airports.
It was crazy.
Everywhere. We was flying for 2-3 days.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a shot at nobody, but I am an Apple user. Macintosh products. That was a Microsoft problem.
Yeah.
Apple products didn't have that issue.
I'm an Apple user too.
Was it a hack or was it some kind of glitch?
So what they're saying is it was a glitch caused by a corrupted update issued by the security company CrowdStrike, which caused computers running Windows to crash.
Man.
That was the issue. So they said that they have issued a fix that's supposed to take care of that, but they were saying that it caused havoc across most of the world Thursday into Friday, with flights being unable to take off or land, some businesses unable to take
Think
credit
about
card
that.
payments, and hospitals and
yeah.
clinics having to cancel operations.
Everybody's systems run on Microsoft.
Yeah.
Most businesses, but I mean, if you're in the tech side of things,
Right.
you're using Apple products, and they're just the operating software is such a more reliable structure than Windows is. But
Yeah.
it's everybody has their preference.
Yeah.
I can tell you, every time I see something like this, I always feel like it's a precursor to something else.
I know, right?
just
It
can't
just
help
feels
it.
scary.
Something
yeah.
going on with the water.
A test.
Something going on with the
Yes.
electricity. Now something with
Push
the
the button,
Microsoft.
see what happens.
This
Like,
little
you know,
something.
yeah.
And it seems like every time we have a test, we feel it. It's just, whether it's city and the whole system is gone. No, and I'm just thinking, man, out of all these very, very intelligent people we have in the United States of America,
Yeah.
Trump, got shot off. Who gonna shoot off a man earlobe? It's just like anything that seemed like it shouldn't happen.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
what
they
is-
did have a
Whether it
bunch
was
of
staged
layoffs.
or not, it's
They had
just
layoffs
crazy.
like a day before.
Who is they? Microsoft?
Yeah, they laid off
knew.
some very important people a couple days before this all happened.
All right, well,
Well,
we'll
okay.
say be careful with
Like
that.
the inclusion and integrity,
Yeah.
all of those important
Yeah.
people.
DEI
Like
people?
yeah,
Oh,
human
wow.
resources type people. Like the important people in the company, they laid them off like 2 days before the outage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what happened. They probably did it.
it's
Y'all,
possible.
this sounds like a conspiracy
about-
theory.
It's possible.
Laying me off.
Yeah.
You can't. You know how people get a disgruntled employee.
Yeah.
Is the worst thing can be at home by themselves in
Oh
the
yeah,
dark.
I
And
know
this
how
is
to
our
get them.
conspiracy theory for today.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing. Okay, y'all. Okay, next thing. Man, I heard about this when I got back to the States, and I was, really saddened. So, Sonia Massey.
Yes.
We're just gonna say her name, Sonia Massey. Okay, this young lady was actually murdered. I saw the video just this morning, and I was disgusted.
Yeah.
Absolutely disgusted that people that are on our payrolls, right, with the law enforcement can walk into your home that you called them to and then murder you in cold blood. And then it's like it's nothing.
It's like whatever we're supposed to protect and serve is not. It's just too many times that's not what we get. It's not even that you're doing anything. You actually calling somebody because you think you hear something. It's an intruder or something that's going on. So you make the phone call, and I'm looking at the video. He comes with all the negative energy. Like, what
And
took you so
aggression.
long to get to the door? She like, I'm trying to put on clothes, and then get in there with the pot. I don't want the house to burn down. She goes, and she's like, I'll shoot you in the face. So to me, I think that's a mindset. I think that's intentional. And I believe we're going to have to find, we got to do something now. We can't wait. And another thing is I think that's just another precursor to something else.
Yeah.
Because it's like the man don't even think about, I got to go to prison. You know, in your mind, when you get ready to do something, like if I do this, this is first degree murder and I could get life or this. It's like that element is not even there.
White privilege and entitlement. I have a badge. They're going to believe me over believing you. That's what we face in this country, which is very unfortunate.
For me, it seemed like he just shot her down like a dog.
He worked
Not
for
even
4
like a human.
police departments in 6 years and had 2 DUIs. Why wouldn't he think he would get away with it?
Right.
And
that
that's
part.
the thing.
He thought he was going to get away with it, but he's been charged.
He's been charged, not convicted.
Not
Yeah,
convicted,
it's a
but
big difference.
It's definitely good to see them moving quick and saying and holding someone accountable for what happened. 'Cause
But I don't like it. I think charged ends up the headline.
Right.
Getting off be in the back. Real low case that people don't see because it got to be. It could be that could be the only reason why you can continue to try to do this to think you can get
It
unless
took-
it's George Floyd or something like
It
that.
took a week to charge them. The initial reports was that she wasn't killed by a police officer. So again, we want to give them credit for doing right after the fact, but the family had to raise hell.
Right.
But and it goes back to police accountability. You know, they have been out here like, you know, the Wild Wild West. They can do what they want to do because they got a badge, right? But there's got to be more accountability. You know, more oversight and not their peers over, you know, with the oversight. Because that's what happens is your peers and we're like, oh, we're going to go ahead and let you off, Johnny. Don't even worry about it. You know, no. You know, you cannot walk into someone's home and even if she had mental health issues, that's even more of a reason why you should have been using kid gloves with her.
Here's the ticket too, Damali. This is a little lady. You can
Yeah.
tell. And it's 2 big men. They look huge. So even if she do, I'm just saying if you switch and say she do got a pot of boiling water, is your only measure you got is to shoot her in the face and kill her?
Well,
That's all you
her
can
to go
do.
to the pot. It
Yeah,
ain't like she
she
walked
was
in the
sitting on the
house
couch.
and went to the pot. You asked her to go and turn the pot off.
Marty, did you see it? Did you see the video?
No.
Marty, look, let me set it up. I'm a good
I've
storyteller.
heard about it. I just
Man, she called him in. She on the porch. It's nighttime. He walks up. As soon as she come, he got the badge. She opened the door. She is a small lady, small frame, like she got on
Small
the house,
frame,
and
little
she's
lady.
being nice. Yes, sir. Well, you know, my apologies. She this is her demeanor the whole time. They go in the house. She's sitting on the couch. Well, we don't want it to be a fire. Go turn it like an eye, like it's something. She go.
The water's
it's
boiling.
Boiling. He said, get that off, and then he just switched. Are you all right? Is your mental
the
health?
thing that may have upset him was she said when he said, we don't want to be here for a fire too, and she said, that's the devil or something.
I rebuke
you in the name of
Jesus.
in the name
That's
of
what she said. I
Jesus.
rebuke in the name of Jesus. And it seemed like he just got mad about that fact.
Because he was a devil.
Yeah.
And she was
See?
rebuking the devil.
And she knew right then.
Right then. And so then it went from bad to worse. And it's like, why would you think the woman is going to throw the hot pot of water on you when you're the one who asked her to get up off the couch and go turn the water off? She didn't even say anything about that. She didn't even gesture to
It's
go
kind
over
of like
there.
he tried to put a weapon in her hand.
Right.
His
And
life
that
was not
a
threatened.
weapon.
His life was not threatened.
At all.
She
His
shouldn't
life
have
was
lost
never
her
threatened.
life because
And
her
then
life
he
was.
said, I'll shoot you in the face.
And
is
did
what
it.
he said. And
And
did
did
it.
it.
After she ducked, after the pot wasn't in her hand, only the pot holders.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
And there was extra comments after they got outside. We won't even go into
Yeah.
that made it
Very
even
harsh.
worse.
And
Yeah.
how long did it take for him to get charged?
A week.
A week.
About a week.
And that was probably enough time to try to put a plan together.
So Miss
Say-
Broom wants us to know. So Miss Broom, you're asking what station the video was on. I actually just saw it on the internet.
Everywhere.
It's
So
everywhere.
Sonia Massey is the young lady's name. If you just Google her name,
It's
On
gonna come
the
up.
video,
CNN.com.
yeah, and CNN.com is on. JB says CNN.com. But you'll be able to see the video. It is there, and
And what
yeah,
we
it's
can
pretty
do as a
bad.
community is just the accountability of it.
Yeah.
So talking about it like what we're doing now and staying on top of it, a lot of times is why justice end up serving. Sometimes that don't even work.
Yeah.
But we need to follow this because that was just too horrendous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But 30 years old for this guy and 6 jobs in 4 years.
yeah,
That's when it's
But I think
22
that's
DUIs.
crazy.
yeah.
It's sad.
Paid his fines and everything. Didn't even go to jail for the DUIs.
That's crazy.
And Sid, I think that's what people talk about the culture of policing. It is not that every cop is bad, because we
It's
have some
definitely
great
not
cops.
that. Black, white, green, and yellow. They're
Exactly.
Great cops.
But there are some who get behind that badge and they use that for their racist or, their agendas,
Right.
and they come at you with this aggression and this negativity that does not need. Just because you are holding a badge and you have the right to carry a gun, that does not mean that you get to demean me or mistreat me. We pay your salary. You're here to protect and serve us.
Right.
So why do you think that you have the right to disrespect me when I called you?
I think the police academies need to do a better job of vetting out who they're bringing in.
Absolutely.
Also, let's go a little bit further. Maybe the police academies are harboring the people that are training the police officers. Need to look at this a little bit deeper,
Maybe
Right.
the mental health of those individuals. need to
because
be
there's
That's
an
a good question.
underlying of that going on,
Yeah.
especially in our major cities of
Yeah.
America.
And
Yeah.
that's why the leadership of your chief of police and your governor and your mayor's office and that's why you have to go vote, because they are determining a lot of times who is in those spaces and what it is that they're doing and what policies and procedures, are going to be implemented.
And that's why we always say on this show that, the presidential elections are great, and we
Yes.
need to be, having our voice there. But your local elections really is where you need to start. Who are we putting in those positions? And those are the places where we need to be making sure that we're doing our research and understand what each one of the candidates bring to the table. And is that the type of energy, and is that the type of policy that you want to see represented in your community?
I tell people all the time, to me, the most powerful person in your city is your DA. That's in my mind. Now, everybody got their own, but your district attorney is going to determine who's charged, not charged, what we're going to drop, what we're going to pursue, and that's going to balance out the environment or the energy in your city. Because if you think about it, when things like this happens, that's what divides us or keeps us together. With that being said, Marty, you had another reason why you came in. And I know we got to get to that, so we're going to take a real quick break right here on KBOB 89.9 FM with World One Development. News you can use, Charles and Damali, and we're going to come back with why we have our special guest, Mr. Marty, live in studio.
Weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046. Are back.
Yes, we are.
So I want to get just a couple of these comments really quick, just because we don't want to leave our live listeners out and viewers out. Looks like Uncle Brian said she is the best one for the job. Alyssa says we need to be researching her running mates. Who she chooses is important. My cousin Jube is on. What's happening, Cuzzo?
What up, fam?
He said, good evening. AJ says another sign of a man depending on these trillionaires turning everything into an electronic control. I don't know what that
Michael
is.
Brewer said
Michael-
that
yeah.
the video is 6. Dude is 3 times her size and had to shoot her. Shaking my head.
Uncle Brian says murdered in cold blood. AJ says the other cop had his gun out, and by him not stopping his partner, should be in prison as well due to
Right.
not stopping his partner. Aren't they trying to do the right thing by stopping their partner? Teresa says disgusting video. Uncle Brian says there will be more of this if Project 2025 is enacted.
All right. With that being said, we're going to have to go ahead and switch gears real quick to our live in studio guest.
Yes. So we have Marty in here, and Marty is going to correct me. Say your name correctly, your last name.
Hyche.
Hyche. H-Y.
TCHE.
Okay, cool. And so Marty is here because they have an event coming up that he wants to share with us, and it's very important because I don't know how many of you. Well, you guys should know this if you have been listening to us for any length of time. How we talked about Oklahoma was supposed to be an all-black state,
Yes.
and we had a lot of all-black towns in this state. But of course, you know,
It was like 51 or 53, something like
yeah,
that. All black
and,
towns.
and so we ended up, and you know, Eli Grayson has been on our show a number of times, you know, talking about that and talking about that history. So something is happening in one of these black towns, and so Marty is going to give us this information because you all guys all need to know, and you all need to support if you can. So Marty, what's going on this weekend?
Yes. This weekend we're having what's called the Alumni Tullahassee Homecoming. This is usually every 2 years.
Oh, okay.
This one in 2024 marks the return of some things that we haven't had in the town in 34 years.
Oh, wow.
We are working toward the old gym. It's been rehabilitated into a community center.
Okay.
That's the big undertaking that we've had. Also, we're expecting a big turnout with our alumni because they are really interested in this thing that we have going on.
So is this the Carter G. Woodson School?
Correct.
Okay.
It was called Carter G. Woodson Schools.
Okay. Okay.
And it was in Tullahassee. And it's a lot of great people have come out of that school. And it's a lot of history there.
Right.
And it closed back in 1990-91 school year.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it consolidated with Porter
okay.
schools. So
Yeah.
it's called Porter Consolidated Schools.
Okay.
But with that, we lost a lot of our history that went to Porter.
Mm-hmm.
And when we went to ask for said history, you know how it goes.
Oh, wow.
No one can find the trophies. No one can find the history. No one can find the pictures. So
Wow.
on and so forth.
Right.
Right.
And
Let's go ahead.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Let's do this because we got so many people that's listening locally, nationally, and internationally. So if they can't put into context what this really means, can you break down how big this is for this to be happening after 34 years?
Yes. Tullahassee is the oldest historical black town in Oklahoma, first of all. So it's the
Wow.
original. It's the
Right.
first one.
Okay.
With that being said, a lot of towns or what have you will take the leads from the others. The significance of this is that we can take a community that's been run down over the years or people neglected
Right.
and build it back up into something special, which it previously was.
Right.
And that's what we're working at one step at a time right now.
When you say we're working at that, what did that is led by the mayor, the city, just some individuals? Who's putting it
It's a
together?
combination of both. The mayor, Keisha Curran, town of Tallahassee.
Okay.
She works on the town side of things. Myself, Marty Hyche, is with the Tallahassee Wildcats Foundation, which I'm the chairman. It's a 501c3.
Awesome.
Okay.
And it's set up for the development of our youth development because it's an underserved community.
Yes.
And when I say underserved, it's definitely underserved. And it's for reasons that are not the kids' fault.
Right.
And we shouldn't be trying to neglect our youth because of problems that maybe adults caused,
I love
before
that.
them.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, and that's what we talk about all the time is it's our responsibility. We're the next generation of leaders, right?
Correct.
So it's our responsibility to be training up these babies and making sure that we're taking care of them, which is our grandchildren and our children. Or our children and grandchildren. We need to be making sure that we're paving the way for them. And so we got to set it up, and if we don't set it up, then it's just going to fall by the wayside. So I think this is great, what you guys are doing. How many people are actually living in Tallahassee right now?
So Right now, about 106 is what in the actual town. But
Right.
recently, we've had a redistricting,
Okay.
and it's currently undergoing right now.
Okay.
So it's going to fall in somewhere between 150 and 200.
Okay.
People will say, "Oh, that's not enough people to be worried about in the community." Yes, it is.
Right.
Because this is so much history there, and it's not far from two population centers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you think about towns in Oklahoma, you have a lot of places that are 10 to 40,000 people.
Right.
Muskogee's 10 miles away. Wagner's about 12 miles away.
Oh, yeah. So it's not
Coweta's
far.
about 20 miles up the street.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's sitting in a prime territory where
Right.
it could serve a whole lot of people.
So about how large of as far as landmass, do you know? How large of an area it is?
Square miles.
Yes.
It's larger than what they putting on the census right now.
course.
They make the town city limits. I think it's about 4 square miles, but it's a lot larger than that.
Okay.
It runs, if you know anything about Porter, Muskogee area, 51B, when you turn off 69 highway to go
Right.
toward Porter,
Right.
all that area is Tullahassee.
Oh, wow.
Man, you know what I think about, Damali, when I hear this? What it makes me think about is like recreating the blueprint. I mean, the blueprint was already there,
Right.
but when they say they was the oldest, I'm just hoping other towns start following suit, you know, and not even waiting till it's completely done. Get in now, because a lot of
Right.
times where we miss it is in the process. It sounds like you got the right mayor, and you've with a foundation. And what I love about it, and all y'all listening in here from all over, I want you to be able to link them to your foundation, because people may be from another state and see this and be encouraged and want to give or donate and maybe even pull up. I think I may pull up. Y'all got some food. Now, it ain't all about food. I'm just saying I'd be hungry.
Yes.
I can pull on, pull on up. So this is happening this weekend. So give just the details. What time,
Yes.
where, and all of those things.
So starting tonight at about 6 p.m., we're having
Tonight.
Yes. It's going to be called a dribble-thon.
Okay.
They're going to have a lot of youth, and Charles
like
knows
that.
this. You know it as well.
Yeah.
With the ballers and what have
Yes.
you. A bunch of the girls that graduated, alumni from our program and what have you, are going to come down, and it's like a telethon, but it's going to be a dribble-thon. They'll be doing things, and people can pledge money to help with the foundation and the things we have going on.
I like that.
Thursday, we do not have anything planned, but Friday, I want to
Okay.
stress this. Friday,
Friday.
what is that,
Write it down.
July
Friday.
26th,
Uh-huh.
1 p.m. is going to be the grand opening ceremony. It's going to be the ribbon cutting on the new John Ford Community Center
That's Friday at 1.
at 1.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to have the Ford family and everyone there. A little backstory to that is that Mr. John Ford Jr., we're going to call him John Ford just because the community knows him as that, but he is John Ford Jr.
Right.
Okay.
He was the great superintendent of schools in Tullahassee. And what he did a lot of great things for that town and that school. They tried to close this thing many years. He kept it open from the 50s to the 80s when he was the superintendent, and I think he was the educator for over 50 years. So he's well thought of in that community, and he carries big weight.
Yeah.
So we thought he would be great to be the first honoree and put his name on this building.
That is
Yes,
awesome.
that is amazing.
Damali,
Yeah.
anytime you're honoring those who have paved the way,
Yeah.
that put in that work, you're talking about half a century,
Yeah.
50 years.
Yeah.
I think we have to always start there.
Yeah.
But then you got the youngsters coming in.
Yes.
You're doing a dribble-thon and all of that, so that's linking, you know, the season, you know, with the youngsters.
Right.
So go ahead.
I was going to say after that, because I want to make sure I get all the things in. After the grand ribbons cutting ceremony, we're going to have an open house
Okay.
where you can
Okay.
come in. We're going to have some light hors d'oeuvres and things of that nature, and you can see what it started as and what it is right now.
Okay.
We have some foundation members that are working in the facility right now. It is going to be interesting to see what it is Friday. She has easels set up and
Wow.
everything. There's going to be a history of Carter G. Woodson, the town of Tullahassee, and all that. You're going to see it through the years, where it was, what it become, and what we're trying to do with it right now.
That's awesome.
Past,
Past, present, and future. I
Yes.
love it.
Then starting at about 3 p.m. is going to be the very first game in 34 years.
Oh,
in that
wow. Yes. That's
Yes.
awesome.
And I have some of the teams that are going to be there. Team Tulsa.
Team
Okay.
You know that
Tulsa,
team.
I already know.
Yeah, shout out. Yes. The Ballers are going to be
Ballers,
there.
yes.
OYG.
Okay.
Those are major teams that are going to be there. Grayson.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
have
man,
a
Grayson
team
gonna be
coming in
there?
from Grayson.
Yep.
Then on Saturday, we're going to have the home homecoming parade.
Wow,
gonna line
that's
up.
doing it big.
Yeah, starting at 11 a.m. is when that parade will start.
Put that down. I'm trying to figure what I'm gonna
And
pull
we're
up
still
on.
accepting parade entries.
Oh,
Yes. And on both of these days, we're going to have food trucks, Jupiter jumps, petting zoo. It's going to be a whole thing out on the front. It's family fun for all.
I love it.
And Saturday is going to be more games. And the plan is to have teams like Wagner, the Ballers, possibly Muskogee, Grayson,
Right.
and a team out of Oklahoma City called Oklahoma City Grind.
The grind coming up.
Yes,
Oklahoma
yes.
City.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big time.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's going to be a great time. And what we're trying to do is form a thing where it's something going on all day.
Right.
A lot of folks who not familiar with the town, then they're going to play games. Kids going to play, and they're going to come out and be like, man, this is how this is going on. The
Right.
festival.
Right.
Spend time in the town, learn a little bit, and, hang out and socialize and what have you.
So we're talking about the oldest town in the state of Oklahoma.
Black.
Yes,
So that
oldest
means
black town.
Every oldest black town in the state of Oklahoma. That means, JB, everybody's invited.
Yeah, let me ask the what is it, the Black Towns tour? There's a couple different tours. When those come through the Tullahassee area, do they help bring boost the economy? Does it do anything for you guys?
They bring awareness. Yes.
Yeah.
They've donated, yes.
And of course, over the years, you guys, there has been issues in Tallahassee with, who was running things. To reassure people, things are much better now.
And Shalana be able to speak on that as well. It is much better.
Yeah, I know
They
both
have
of you guys been working hard on that.
On the town, the Tullahassee side,
Yeah.
they have worked hard to get things corrected.
Yeah.
Legislatively, the rules, making sure you hold the right meetings, accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if anyone knows me,
Oh, I know you too.
accountability is a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
You can hate me or love me, but you're going to respect me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do it the right way.
That's right.
And you guys are from there, so I know Shalana's from there, so you from there also,
Yes,
right?
my family is from there.
Yeah,
and I
so-
actually went to elementary school there and what have you.
There you
so
have
my
it.
memories are great in Tallahassee.
Well, tell me, just put into words how excited you are, Shalana, about this day coming.
Oh, I'm really excited. To what JB was talking about, with it being the oldest historical black town, being a small town, we had a lot of interference in the past with the county of Wagner and the neighboring town Porter. Those things are gone now, but
Okay.
it's about having that young energy, that knowledge, things
Yes.
like that. It was always supported. People always was there. But as far as what keeps a town running, that's something that we had to delve into. And I would say for the past decade, that's what we've been doing. And so this is a culmination of our efforts. We still need assistance. Mayor Keisha Curran, she's amazing. She collaborates with all the other 12 black towns.
Yeah.
That's good.
We actually have half of them coming to the events.
Great.
They've been instrumental in helping each other establish things in their towns, getting recognition, things like that. But we're very excited.
Yeah.
We're also going to have the block party that a lot of people know about, family oriented, later that evening and nighttime. So this is something that people from the town have always been involved in.
Right.
We just know so many people have ancestors that have been in Tallahassee, went to
Right.
school in
Yeah.
Carter G. Woodson. I always hear people talk about that. And so we really want everyone welcome home.
Yes.
Please come out and
Welcome
support.
home.
Again, a lot of people went to the Porter Peach Festival last weekend. We're just 7 miles up the street.
Yeah.
Come
on
so
through.
we have a lot of history.
Yes.
And again, Tallahassee was created in 1850. It was incorporated in 1902 before Oklahoma was ever a state.
Wow. Yeah.
So we want that history to be passed on, as well as with all the other black towns. Again, we have the awareness, but we want people to invest
Right.
in it.
And I want to stress, we are a town of inclusion. Because we say oldest historical black town in Oklahoma does not mean that's all that can come to a town.
Absolutely.
Everyone is welcome.
I got you.
And that's part of what these events we're doing this weekend is going to prove out.
So do you guys encourage like folks who may be from the town to, like, if they have memorabilia that they have, because I heard you say that, the memorabilia from, previous, when you joined forces with the other school over in Porter, that it's gone. You don't know where that stuff is. If folks have memorabilia or things, pictures and
Something
the
to
like,
add.
will
Absolutely. We there's some. I don't want to give away all the great stuff because I want the alumni to say, "Oh my God!" when they walk in and see
Right.
some things.
Yeah, yeah,
There are
gotcha.
some surprises
Okay.
when you talk about memorabilia.
Yeah.
And things of that nature.
Yeah.
What we want to ask Shalane and I right now, if anyone has any old Tallahassee basketball uniforms, baseball
Yeah.
uniforms,
Yeah.
make sure to bring them to the homecoming and show them off. We have something for that.
Yes.
And we would,
So
I'm
we have
looking for that.
a Facebook page, Tullahassee Wildcats Foundation, as well as Tullahassee, Oklahoma. They can message us if they have any pictures or memorabilia. We're always looking for it.
Yes.
And also our website, wildcatsfoundation.org. There's some information on there. Tallahassee, the town, has a website as well.
Okay.
But again, we want everyone to come see what we've been working on and to
Yes.
see why Tallahassee has always been a staple in the community. And shout out to Marty.
Yes.
This community center is amazing, but we want people to understand that it's one of the only centers like it is for the entire community surrounding Tallahassee.
Yeah.
We expect for all the other communities to benefit, whether that be Porter, Coweta, Muskogee, Wagner.
Come on.
although-
Right,
Come
yeah.
on. Everyone is included.
That is
Damali,
awesome. Yeah.
I'm so excited about
I
this.
know.
'Cause I'm
Yes.
big on the history. I'm big on JB putting the camera on us so they won't think that Shalon's still talking with the cap on. And I'm just, just excited that this is being done. Because I
Yeah.
feel like this is what's going to bring
Yeah.
our communities back. This is what's going to create the right energy. Because a lot of times they be like, man, we're going to let the old timers take care of that. Shout out to the old timers.
Right,
Because I love
right,
them.
right.
But it's going to take some of that young energy. And Marty, I'm a co-sign. Damali, can we co-sign?
Yes.
So for all y'all that are
Yes.
listening in, Whirlwind Development News you can use for sure. I'm co-signing because I know Shalon and how she get down, and I appreciate all of her work.
Yes.
Me and Marty go way back to the way back. We raised our kids together, so
Yeah.
when people got you around their kids, you know
Exactly.
you respect them, love them, and appreciate what they do. And I'm just gonna say thank you so much. I'm gonna find a way to pull up down there to show my support as well. Damali,
Parade, yeah, I'm all about parade all the time. Yeah, so yeah, but you guys, that's why we try to tell our stories our way, because we want you guys to know. A lot of times people say that there's nothing going on in Tulsa, nothing going on in Oklahoma. That's why I'm going to leave. This. There's a lot of great stuff that's happening. You just got to tap in, and this absolutely is one of those things. We need to be supporting the formerly all black towns.
Yes.
Some of them may still be, some of them are, switching, but still there's a lot of history there that we need to be encouraging everybody to participate in and to know about, to learn about. So yeah, I'm excited.
now you mentioned the Facebook page and you mentioned the foundation. So the people know where they can go if they just want to donate, man, and support you guys' effort and what you're doing. Where can they go to do that?
Shalon.
So we have a cash app. It's $ Wildcats Foundation.
Okay.
But also, if you go to wildcatsfoundation.org, there is a link to donate via PayPal. We can definitely give you a receipt. It is a nonprofit.
Great.
And that's our two primary ways right now of donation. But you can always visit the town and donate directly.
Right.
And I'll add that link will be put up on wildcatsfoundation.org
Okay.
when I leave here.
Okay.
And we'll take
We
a
had to
picture
update
and
it.
we'll post all this stuff. So
Yeah.
before they go, we're going to take a picture and we're going to put all this stuff on there.
and I'll put
where
y'all's
you can-
flyer
Yeah,
up
we'll
there.
click the link and the flyer and all of the
And I do
There's
wa-
emails where you can send. It's on the website where you could, hey, I need the donation site or whatever it is, and we can take care of it real quick. Send you the link and everything.
And I do want to give a shout out to all the tours that have been that JB mentioned. They
Yes.
absolutely have raised awareness. They've donated to the town. That has been amazing. And they visit all of them. It was a bicycle tour, a motorcycle tour,
Yes.
a
Yeah.
tour created out of Langston. So again, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to
Yeah.
see this last decade what's been occurring.
That's awesome.
And
So-
I want to thank a whole lot of folks, the foundation members, everybody
Yes.
that made this a success, because it took a village. It's not just a one-man show.
Right.
There's about 12 to 15 of us that are involved behind the scenes. There are some folks that we didn't even ask their help, solicit their help, and they're down there every day, 12 to 14 hours.
Aren't those
When
the
you have
best people?
70-something-year-old
Yes,
men
people.
down there working for 14 hours,
Yes.
you guys say
Excited.
thank you.
Yes.
So to my dad, thank you.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Those are the best. Those are the best volunteers ever. The
Yes.
people that you don't even expect. And they just like, hey, I just pulled up. He's like, oh, okay, well, what you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna do this, and then you look up and they're still there, and you're like, I'm tired. Are we going home?
Right.
And it's ongoing. This
Yeah.
is one project. We have
Yeah.
many more projects in works. We would love to help. Tallahassee is less than 45 minutes from Tulsa.
Right.
Shout out to the Terrence Crutcher Foundation. They donated some funds. We want to grant through them, but we have a
Yes.
lot of people that we're going to acknowledge at the ribbon cutting
Yes.
that have been instrumental in bringing this to date.
So let me ask, will this be live, just in case for the folks who are
Yes.
not able
The
to?
live broadcast.
Okay, and it's going to be live on the Facebook page?
It'll be live on Tullahassee Wildcats Foundation page as well as Tallahassee, Oklahoma. We keep them separate, but they're both heavily involved. So
Okay,
someone will
gotcha.
be going live from both pages.
From both. Okay.
Teresa
got it.
said y'all dad graduated from Grayson.
Oh, he did? Thanks, sister.
See, you
She
never
know
know.
all the
History
history.
come out
And
there.
Yeah.
as far as the gym, the community center goes, is it going to be open to the public Like, is it open to the public now? 'Cause I know we used to go down there on Sundays or
It's a
certain days and get the ball.
Great.
Is it-
Yes, it's going. So the plan is yes, that's going to happen again. We got to just get the schedule, or have to put the schedule together. There is one big announcement I'd like to make to kind of piggyback on what you just asked. Just been informed that Tullahassee has been selected as one of the sites for the Indian Nation Basketball Conference this year. So
Okay.
That's
going
big
to be
stuff.
Saturdays where this place will be busy with 8 to 12 games on a Saturday.
That's good
We do
deal.
not know how big that is for
Yes.
that community.
Oh,
yeah.
we know how big that is.
Basketball
Do you do
tournaments?
that?
Yes.
We know. Yeah,
Yes.
we know. Everybody don't
Revenue,
know.
baby.
We know.
Yes.
So with that being said,
Congratulations.
there's
that's
going to be
awesome.
a lot of other times. So I don't want the community to think they're not going to have opportunity in this facility. It is for them. They are
Yes.
going to have plenty of opportunity to be in there.
Can you give the address?
Yes.
Okay.
The actual address for the John Ford Community Center, and I have it all set up, is 710 Missouri Street. That's Tullahassee with a U, Oklahoma, 74454.
And I just want to say our zip code used to be Tallahassee 74466. They took that from us. We're working to get that back.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And we
Because
just received
they
some
do that because
correspondence
we-
that
Go ahead.
they're talking about it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's in the works.
Yeah,
gonna
we
happen.
had somebody had said that on the show not long ago about how they have been taking the zip codes away from the all black towns.
Yep.
You know, making them basically irrelevant. If you don't have a zip code, you don't have a space to be.
Yeah, if you look at that zip code, it says Porter, and we're our own entity. So
Right.
Let's do
Yeah.
let's do it like this, y'all. We already at 2:30.
Okay,
But what
yeah.
we'll do is hold whatever your final thoughts. We still gonna do that before we wrap up. But we gotta hit the Black History trivia, and then we're gonna do the other upcoming events, and we're gonna let y'all wrap up with final thoughts. Is that cool?
Yeah. All right, so Black History trivia question. The question was, what is Uganda famous for? Is it A, jackfruit, B, football or soccer, C, bananas and plantain, or D, welcoming people? And that shows B.
And
Which one?
hey,
I think everybody went with Jack,
Everybody knows jackfruit.
pretty much, even online.
All right, well. Okay, that's the end of the song.
Is
I
that
was
your
waiting
final
till
answer?
Is that your final answer? All right, so nobody else wants to key in? Well, we'll go ahead and give you the answer. If you said D, you would be correct. And nobody said D. So,
JB said all of the above, so he
That's
covered it
cold.
all.
Cold-blooded.
So it says Uganda is famously
Wow.
well known as the best hospitable country and friendliest people in the continent.
Wow.
It said, meaning in every part of Uganda you visit, you will be welcomed. According to the UN, the country is the most welcoming refugee policy in the world.
Wow.
That's why we
Now,
were.
I can attest to that. I have been there twice now, and I'm telling you,
The hospitality.
the hospitality is over the top. I mean, they take your bags. They, you need something to drink. You need something to eat. They are just on it.
And we have traveled all over,
Mm-hmm.
and this is at the top of my list. It's at the top of my list as the most welcome that I've ever felt.
It's in the books.
You
They're
by
the
far.
most hospitable in the world.
Man, that's good, Damali, right there. Shout out to Uganda.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You just got back last night.
Okay.
Well, 2:30 a.m. What we got on the other upcoming events?
Okay, so upcoming events. If you guys did not know, Summer Olympic Games are going to be starting July 26th, and they're
Yes.
running through August the 11th. So check your local listings for current event times for your favorite sport.
What you ready for the Olympics? What you look forward to?
I like the basketball. Basketball is my thing.
That's your thing.
My thing.
I love the track and field.
Yeah, track and
I be
field.
looking,
would
but I
say that.
like. I watch the swimming.
I kind of watch it all.
Yeah.
But and gymnastics. I like
the
gymnastics
swimming.
too. Yeah, swimming is
I
good.
even like the swimming. It's got some sisters and brothers out there.
I
swimming
just
now.
think I just get captivated, and
all of it.
just about all of it.
Well, guess who's carrying the torch this year?
Who's carrying the torch?
Snoop Dogg.
I
Snoop
know.
Dogg is
Snoop
carrying the
Dogg.
torch. I must
You
have
know,
missed that.
That's progression, right?
That
Right,
is progression.
yes, that's
yeah.
huge.
That's saying a whole lot.
That's
Marty was like,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah, we up in that
Snoop
thing.
Dogg. Shout
All
out
right.
to Snoop Dogg.
Tulsa HBU Send Off Celebration 2024.
HBCU.
Ain't that what I said?
No.
What did I say?
I don't know what you said, but it wasn't HBCU.
Man,
you
yeah.
said ABU MC Shadi
I
or
did
something.
not. Shut up.
I went to HBCU. I know what it sounds like. When it don't roll out right, you got to roll it back.
All right, let's do this again.
Yes.
the big one.
Tulsa HBCU.
There you go.
Send-Off Celebration 2024. It's going to be happening on Friday, July 26th at 6 o'clock p.m. at Langston University. There's also going to be a car show on Saturday, July 27th at 11 o'clock a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m., which is going to be presented by Messy Marv Entertainment Group. So that's going to be going on. Then we have the Back to School Block Party, which is going to be happening at Lacey Park, located at 2134 North Madison Place on August the 10th from 11 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. There's going to be music, fun, and a kickball game. So Divine Nine, y'all better get ready.
Man, we're going to show up and show out.
The Spreading Hope Back to School Bash is going to be happening at B.S. Roberts Park at 901 North Greenwood Avenue. It's going to be happening on August the 17th from 10 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. So all my motorcycle clubs and car clubs, y'all get ready because I'm going to be calling y'all since I'm back from Africa because we need them backpacks and school supplies. So I'm just letting y'all know. You've been forewarned.
Welcome to the show, Zandra Hall from Arkansas. Thanks for tuning in.
Oasis Fresh Market is going to be hosting their back-to-school event on August the 7th, and more details are coming soon. I'll get that flyer and get it posted for you guys since we are back home. And then last but not least, Miss Wanda J. She has been a community icon for years around here. Yes. She is inviting the community to celebrate 50 years of culinary tradition and family heritage.
That's a lot of chicken, y'all.
It's going to be happening at the Greenwood Cultural Center on August the 24th from 5 o'clock p.m. until 9 o'clock p.m. So for more information, go to eventbrite.com to get your ticket. It is a free event, but they are trying to make sure that they know how many people are coming so they have enough food for everybody. So there's going to be food everywhere.
Damali, let me tell you something. I've seen her like 3 times, and this is just so near and dear to her heart.
Yes,
she's like,
excited about
people
it.
Gonna come. I'm like, Miss Wanda J, everybody loves
Everybody
you.
Gonna come.
Everybody. I started to just tell her, just say peach cobbler for free. And it's gonna be a sold out crowd. But I'm just saying I love her humbleness because as
Charles
much
with the food,
as we admire her.
Yes.
She's like, Charles, I just want to make sure people gonna come out. This is my big day. I just want people to come out, enjoy, have fun. It make you feel like going to grandma's house. You know, grandma, I just want to make sure everybody going. I'm like, we gonna pull up.
Yes.
So
just
y'all
have me
share.
a picture of that num juice.
Right.
It's all gonna be there.
Yes.
Wanda J, we'll pull up and we'll pay.
Right.
But we gonna be there. That's a big day. So mark that on your calendar. August 24th from 5 to 9 at the Greenwood Culture Center. We're gonna celebrate Miss Wanda J.
50 years of culinary tradition and family heritage. I love that. All right, birthdays. So today, July 24th, is my nephew Travis Elliott's birthday.
Happy
and Miss
Travis.
Maxine Bronner.
Man, miss her. Love you, Miss Bronner.
Yes. July 26th, Sabrina Ware celebrates a birthday.
That's my sister. Happy birthday.
July 27th, your sorority sister,
son,
Arlene.
bro.
Towns Morris, Doc Shaw, and Alan Sugarman Brooks.
Man, that's a day right there. Happy birthday, y'all.
Sugar Man, what's up? Happy birthday.
Sugar Man be kicking it, don't I? I thought he was playing this song. I thought his motorcycle pulled up outside.
Don't play. All right, July 28th, Sabrina Ware over at State Farm, Autumn Wharton, and my cousin, James Jubert, has a birthday.
That's a family. What is going on in July?
I mean, July is popping.
Yeah.
July 29th, Pastor Dr. Robert Turner celebrates a birthday.
Happy birthday.
And on July 30th, Obum Ukabam has a birthday as well.
Man, that sounds like somebody you don't want to fight.
Don't
boom.
do that.
I just saw him the other day, man. Shout out to my brother. Happy birthday to you.
All right, so if you want to get in contact with us, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That's World One Development, 36th Street North Event Center, EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, and Fitting Back In Prison Reentry Program. And also, don't forget to tune in to nycu.fm where we play today's R&B and throwback hits.
Just like that. To our special guests, Mr. Marty, Miss Shalon in studio, what are your final thoughts for the people?
Man, I just welcome everyone to come on out.
Yes.
Experience what we have going on at the homecoming celebration this weekend. There'll be a lot of great activities for family fun.
Yes.
Just like that. Shalon, what's your final thoughts for the people?
I'm just excited what JB said about Sunday. Like, even when the school closed, we would still have hundreds of people in Tullahassee on a Sunday. I'm just looking forward to seeing it back like that every day.
Yes.
JB,
That's awesome.
he said he want to come back and start hooping. He want to get his jump shot back. Final thoughts,
Oh,
JB.
man.
Yeah, okay.
JB, I got everything ready for you. The sentiment, all of
Get
it.
it. I ain't never scared of a good game of basketball.
All right.
Final thoughts, JB Smooth, before we go?
Oh man, y'all just this ain't a shot at nobody. Just mind the business that pays you. You know what I'm saying? And stay focused on what you're supposed to be doing. Don't be so quick to judge others. You know, things like that. The stuff that Kamala's going through, she's got a real tough road ahead of her. Of course, we support her because I'm not supporting Donald Trump. At least that's what I'm not doing. That's my own opinion. You guys just stay sucker free. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing.
Just like that.
For
Damali.
real.
Debbie,
Just-
switch to the Damali if you don't mind. Final
Just
thought.
want to give a huge shout out to all of our Uganda family that
Come
are actually on the live. Hey, Arlene, we just gave you a birthday shout out. I don't know if you heard it or not.
Happy birthday, Sarah. We so good. I was dancing. I was stepping in studio.
Oh, Lord. But just want to give a huge shout out to our Uganda family and to let
Yes.
you know that we are there for you. You know, we're going to be doing all that we can to send support your way because we believe with you that we are going to help you turn your village into a city. You guys are well on your way, and we support you 100%. And we're gonna be bringing, be bringing some more folks. We're gonna get Franchelle there, y'all.
Just like that.
We
One
gonna
more
get her
shout
there.
out to the solid 17.
Yes.
That's solid 17.
Just like that, y'all. We got to get up out of here, man. So y'all please consider donating to Eden Media Services to help our community radio continue to stay on the air. You can send your donation made payable to Eden Media Services, 21216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D. We moved on up, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been news you can use with your boy, Charles Harper.
And your girl, Damali Wilson, that's me.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make sure you tune in.
And if you would like to promote or advertise your business or events on this show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. This has been World One Development's news you can use with your host, Charles Harper and Miss Damali. Welcome back to America, Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other groups or individuals associated with KBOB 89.9 and KBOB 89.9 Black on Black Radio and Eden Media Services. Y'all have a great day. Any last thoughts, guys?
Youth-for-Come. Y'all go follow Stephen Caperi.
For Charity Missions.
That's what it stands for, y'all. Y'all jump on board. Love y'all, Marty. Good to see you.
Oh, thank
Thank
you
you for coming in,
Man,
Shalon.
glad to
Thanks
be
for
here.
having us.
Y'all still looking good. Y'all still looking young, too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. We out.
Good country living.
Yep, yep.